A warm welcome to each one of you. This is the Naomi Talk Show with yours truly, Liz Kenywa. And as usual, we are here to discuss real life issues that affect us on a day-to-day basis and sometimes affect how we do life. And we trust that at the end of the discussion, you'll be able to learn something, you'll be inspired, and you'll be equipped such that your life will become easier and enjoyable. Because when the Creator made us, He made sure that we have solutions in some simple ways. Sometimes in the stories we get to hear and we get to share. So kindly subscribe and stay tuned, because today we have some very special guests on set. Karibuni sana, and today I have some special guests. I have known them as a young couple. They have got lots of energy. So in case you have a wedding and you need guys to dance, this can be hired to do the dance moves for you. They are called Mr. and Mrs. Kibe, or Kibebe as they call themselves. So karibuni sana.
Asante.
Lorna and Ian.
Yes.
Those are our guests today. Today we are talking about your journey as first-time parents. I know in the generation and season we are living in, some are struggling, especially in the urban setup. There are things that you knew or you thought you knew about parenting until baby came. So let's first of all begin from there. Ian, what are some of those myths as a father to be? Ulikuwa unaambiwa, alafu baby akafika ukarealize, hey, is a lie, oh, is a lie.
Vitu nyingi. Most of them, that's why there was a day we were discussing with my wife. When the baby came, we were like, this is not adding up. And the things people are saying about the baby, I'm not seeing them in their baby, but some of them were kuambiwa ati utalala miezi 6.
Bas.
Sijui mara mtoto na colic. Mara wewe sijui utaweza kuchange mtoto diaper. Nini nyingine?
Too many.
But wakati uliingia hapo sasa ukarealize,
Kitu iko, yani it is how you take it.
Thank you.
And the things you speak about your child. Also hata things with my wife. Your wife afai kufanya kazi for the next 1 year. I'm like, afai kulift vitu mzito. But all in all we got to know it's not about, sio about vile watu wanasema, or not about the things you hear.
It's your individual experiences that determine your journey, in short.
And also, in all that, God was the center of everything. Because there's one thing I said, it says in the Bible that God gives sleep to those He loves. Yo scripture liko na joke nayo.
Hapo Ian, wacha kwanza nikukosoe. Unataka kuniambia wale hatukulala?
Sijasema kitu. Hiyo scripture nimependa kuitumia sana because kitambo kidogo my wife alikuwa anapenda kusiniambia tunapenda kulala sana. Mungu ananipenda. Nalala kwa sababu Mungu ananipenda.
Very good. Let me ask you before I come to Lorna. We usually do bridal baby showers for the woman.
Yes.
Did anybody call you and prepare you as a man
for the
arrival of the baby?
No.
So uli learn on the job?
Yes.
I think you need to start something for these upcoming fathers. Because I think some of the mix-up that we find there is because nobody holds their hands to tell. Fine, I'm not saying that the baby showers are 100% correct, but at least they cheer the mother coming forward, because both of you, kuna venye itabidi muadjust lives zenu.
Yes.
So you learned on the job practically.
Practically.
We are simply calling upon the boy child. Please pull together. When a father to be amebakisha miezi kidogo, muiteni tu, mumu-advise, mumu-ambie life ina changing, because some are not able to adopt very fast.
Yes.
Lona.
Yes.
Na kuja kwako.
Yes.
Hapo kwa baby shower. Kuna vitu uliambiwa mingi?
Mingi.
Guy.
Niliambiwa vitu mingi.
Zile za congratulations. Na ma reality tulikwambia?
Hey, there are some zenye zilikuwa there's a reality. Actually, me nililearn mostly kwa internet. You know, now we have TikTok, we have everything. So you see videos of people doing what is really happening in their lives. So mostly I learned from the internet. Yes, baby shower ilisaidia kidogo. Njoo hata kuna ile watu wanaogopa kukuambia the reality. Ndio usiogope. Unajua I think I had that maternity ufai as a single person, ufai kuenda ati ndio usiogope kupata mtoto. I had that.
Oh.
Yeah. I heard that they don't allow single ladies to go to the maternity ward. Ndio usiogope.
Yeah.
So now, even in the baby shower, they are not telling you the whole truth. Ndio hata usiingize hiyo uoga. Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah.
Wow. So Ian,
Yes.
twende kwa delivery. Most men run away.
Yes.
Are you among those? And there's nothing wrong with running away.
No, no.
It depends with how much you can handle. Just be by the sides but not pale ndani. So wewe ni wale wa pale ndani ama wale wa kungoja pale nje?
Mimi okay. Naweza sema part pale ndani. Okay, it was because of the institution that we went. Haikuni allow niingie.
Which is safer.
Yes, I had that. There's a story I heard that one of the men aliingia pale na collapse.
Yes, they do. I have one good friend who I know collapsed. Yes.
But I was with her the whole time. Since because nilimwacha usiku, then I went in the morning. So in the morning there was someone inside with her, so I was told siezi kaa the same room. So when when she left, that's when I went in, and we were only the two of us. So I stayed with her till around, because the baby was born around 5:45 in the evening.
Wow, you have the details, which is rare.
So from morning till that time I was with her. Ile kazi ya kusugua mgongo niko hapo.
I know. You just reminded me. I think one time I took a friend of mine because the husband had traveled and the baby came before. So I took her to hospital and I did that job for 3.5 hours. And I had to excuse myself and walk away because I was exhausted completely. Kabisa. Nilisugua mgongo Lona.
Let me tell you, you know, when I went nearly admit you around midnight. Because yangu, the natural labor ilikata ku kick in, I had to be induced. So now, nimepewa dawa ya induction, but I have someone. We are like two in the same room. Ni mimi namsugua, na ngoja yangu ikuje, lakini I'm the one ninamsugua mgongo.
Okay. Okay. Those are the things that happen kwa maternity wards. For those who are not yet there, but don't get scared at all. These stories are very encouraging and interesting. Let's look at 24 hours after baby arrives. Or when you held your baby Lona. What was that feeling like for you?
I think it was a mixture of emotions. I'm overwhelmed. I'm like, you know, there's that, finally, ametoka. Because for me, Ali extend na almost 2 weeks. Yeah, so I was fatigued, nilikuwa nimechoka, I was really hoping for that day. Sasa nilikuwa nimengoja. I'm looking forward for that day ile siku atakuja. So now she's here. So now I'm, okay.
Kuna uncertainty. Ujui kama utahag.
Unakaangalia, alafu uko like, okay, alafu jo they are so quick like, haya, sasa chukua start breastfeeding.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, how? Does the baby know that this is how it should be? Ama how am I supposed to do it? But the nurses were good, walini guide and everything. And then, as he said, nearly delivered around 5:45 in the evening. So the visiting hours zilikuwa zishafika. So people are already outside.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
And they were allowed to come in?
Actually, imagine naulizwa, niite watu wako wako hapa nje, niwaite ama? I'm like, no. Hata Ian hajamitu mtu. I'm like, no, call the father first. So Ian akaitwa, akakuwa na moment na yeye, we prayed and then ndio wengine wakakuwa. I think around dakika za mwisho tu, like the last 15 minutes wakakuwa allowed kuingia.
Okay.
Yeah.
I should say you're a superwoman. Because for me, if it was me, I'm not sure I could allow visitors. And I'm saying if it was me, I would not allow visitors that fast, I think 24 hours. Call it 2 days.
Yeah.
Julia kuchoka?
Hiyo kuchoka, me, I had visitors. I think hakuna time nimekosa visitors. Every visiting time, kumekuwa na watu.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear you. Daddy,
Yes.
umeshika mtoi. After Lona amesema upigiwe simu, umefika, umeshika mtoto. Hebu tusikie hiyo feeling ya a father. How was it?
I was very proud. Both the mother, niko na wote wawili hapa na waona. Kwanza hata the first feeling ya Mungu asante. Wote ndio hao. And from there like someone has taken my name. I'm like, this thing is real. I am someone's father. Kuanzia hapo kwanza. I'm like, okay. Si mimi ndo niko na baba yangu. Sasa mimi tena naitwa daddy. And for us, actually it was 3 months after our first anniversary. First marriage anniversary. So hata tujakaa ati marriage didn't ndio niitwa baba. Like, okay. Now how do we start this? It's like a certificate. Umeenda shule umepata certificate hata kabla hujaanza course. Ama hujaanza classes. I'm like, aya, shika certificate, anzeni kazi.
Yeah. So what Kibe is simply saying, if you found yourself feeling confused and lost, it's very normal.
Yes.
The first few hours is very normal. It's a space you've not been to before. It's an assignment you've not executed before. And so nobody expects you to be perfect and hack it immediately.
Yes.
But your willingness to learn on the job is what is important and critical. That's the bottom line. That's what makes the whole difference in parenting, especially when it's your first time as a couple. Haya. So sasa, umepewa mtoi. Lona.
Yes.
Nyonyesha mtoto as you said. Hauku struggle? Haukupata tu drama?
For me, okay, I had gone to an emergency CS. So now, nikipewa mtoto the first time I breastfeed, I'm numb. So I'm not feeling, so I have to sleep so that I can be able to breastfeed. So me, I'm like, naona she's sucking and anavuruta. I'm like, what are you?
Ngoja kidogo.
Yes.
You hacked it immediately. You're a super mama. Can we clap for this woman? I beg.
Yeah. So she's, I'm like, anavuta nini? Anavuta hewa. I'm like, sasa I'm confused. I'm calling the nurses. Is there anything coming out? I'm like, within a few hours, maji inaanza kutoka. Yeah, nikamwambia mpe hiyo maji iko sawa. So I was a bit hesitant because I'm like, mimi nikipewa maji sitashiba. Mbona mnaniambia nimpatie maji na atashiba? I'm like, no, we need none. I'm already hands on.
Oh dear.
Because
ushapita manas, wale wako competent and qualified. Your 2 hours experience inasema none is the solution. We forgive you.
Yeah. And now since nikisema kitu inanunuliwa, I'm like, leta none. Inaletwa.
Sasa nitasema as you said, uko in a state of being confused. This is your first child, you don't know. Let me tell you fun thing about the nana.
Hatujaitumia.
At least.
Ilikaa hapo.
I'm happy.
Haijatumika.
Because by the time nililetwa najua nao imekelewa hapo juu kwa the bedside. Wanaiona, nani ameleta hii? Hii rudi nyumbani. The nurses, yeah. So we never got to use it. So I'm like, mi naona anakaa njaa, mimi sasa ndio.
You're assuming in short.
Yeah. Anaambiwa no, hiyo maji hata ndio maana ina sustain. It has a lot of nutrients and everything. So I'm like, okay, we ngoja, maziwa iko njiani, inakuja. Yeah.
I think, wow, I am congratulating you because honestly, I keep saying for me it was drama after drama. Because for me, with my firstborn, I got mastitis.
Wow.
So when the doctor said it's mastitis, nilikuwa nafikiri mastitis ni ya ng'ombe. Akaniambia, even human beings get mastitis. So for you to have hacked it, I think you need to open a training school and train women how to latch. Because that was my biggest challenge. The baby could not latch.
The good thing that the hospital I went to, they were like showing you how to do it. They were like, hold the baby like this and then unaiweka namna this. Ukiona haijaenda venye inafaa kwenda, toa, rudia tena. Yeah.
And you don't have to get tired about it.
Yeah.
Enyewe. Sawa. So mumeenda home na mtoto.
Yes.
Kuna watoi wakifika home, that's when they begin to be very different. Kalikuanga kanatulia hosi, hakakuwa na story. Sijui kama muli experience.
No.
This baby. I love this baby.
You know, for us, we went to our mom's place. Yeah. So I was lucky, one of the lucky people who got to go to their mom's place and nisaidie na 1, 2, 3 because obviously we don't know anything.
Exactly.
So for us, we went home. She's like, okay, let me go back kidogo. The last night in the hospital, there was a baby who was crying.
I know.
Analia. So I'm here with my baby. We are both awake. Tunaangaliana. Hatuwezi lala juu ya kelele. But she's not crying. We are just there. She's trying to sleep, but the noise and everything. She wakes up, ananiangalia, tries to go back to sleep. So I'm the one calling the nurses for the other lady. Wakuje wamsaidie ndio sisi tulale. So sleeping for her was never a problem. But then again, at the back of my mind, I remember someone akiniambia, hosi wanakuanga wazuri, wacha ufike nyumbani. But nikasema hapana. Mimi venye I know, during my pregnancy, I've slept. So nilikuwa nimeambia God no. I really want, I don't know how it goes, but I want mine to be different. It's not what they've said, what people think it should be, but I want mine to sleep. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it works that way, but I want mine to be that way.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we all of us pray to have those babies that cooperate, even when they get home. So kuna tule two moments. I don't know whether you've had this moment where you have a situation you want to sort with that baby, and you want to assume probably he can't hack it better than you or the other way. Ama you are cooperating in muna agree on how to handle it as a challenge comes. Because I had one who was telling me, I think you saw the last show. It's like husband anamwambia diaper ifungu hivi. Yeye anasema hapana, inafungwa hivi. And she admitted it's like, well, she felt like I think I have learned faster how to manage a baby more than you. Did you ever come to that moment?
Mostly actually I was the one on the learning end.
He learned faster than you?
Yes. So he's the one alikuwa ananikumbusha. You remember, okay, I think the one thing we love to date, there's the onesie. Ile inafungwa hapa chini.
Atike?
Onesie. Inaitwa onesie?
Ya nini?
Kana ka t-shirt but unafunga hapa chini.
Okay.
So, yeye alikuwa avalisha kama t-shirt, hakumbuki kufunga huku chini. So by the time amemvalisha unaona the diaper is sagging. You know, I think it's supposed to hold the diaper in position. Yeah. Nashanga hii diaper kwani uliweka aje? Ukimtoa nguo hukufunga wanzi. So that's
I have learned a new word, onesie. To me zote ni t-shirts.
Actually they are different.
To me zote ni t-shirt. Sasa leo nimejua kuna onesie. Mi najuanga ni t-shirt ya kushikilia diaper. That's the best I could have defined it.
So the onesie. So hiyo ndio ilikuwa like the one thing is bado sasa imeingia, yes, but ilimtake some time. Yeah.
Nani aliosha mtoi kwanza?
Mom. Yeah.
No, when it came, thank God you have your mother was around, and but then you need to appreciate her. Between the two of you,
we
who
did
took
it
the risk?
together.
Let me hear that.
So he was.
I was the one holding the baby. She was the one doing the scrubbing.
Not scrubbing.
You need to nini? See, the scrubbing.
How old
the
was
washing
this baby you're scrubbing?
The washing.
How old was the baby you're scrubbing?
After the kitovu imepona.
Wiki mbili hivi ya moja.
Actually, there's this story, let me share. Before kitovu ipone, you know this is tumekuwa tu wa TikTok. We see everything on TikTok, we come and introduce it to the baby. There's this kitambaa inafungwa in a certain way. You carry the baby everywhere. Yeah, you know it. So now Ian anabeba mtoto na kitovu ijapona. So mom comes home. Nani mwambie kitovu umemfinyilia nini? So si tuko like
tumeona TikTok.
Tumeona
the TikTok generation raising babies. Woo. Okay.
Let me tell you, tunatoa mtoto kitovu imevutika. I've never seen Ian, yani the face ni kama ameangusha mtoto, ni kama amefanya, yani it's niliona aliogopa hadi I think for 2-3 days alikuwa anamuavoid, hata hachezi na yeye anamuavoid.
There was some guilt,
very much. Because niliona it is ikani imemuumiza, and the baby cannot speak, cannot express pain.
So yeah, that was the first thing. That was the first encounter. So when we were told now to wash the baby, we are the two of us. Tunamuosha. Alafu unajua sana namshikilia tutaki, she's fragile.
So yeye anashika?
Yeye anashika, mimi naosha.
Amukuona Maria akiosha huyo mtoto?
That's the funny thing. We were seeing Maria anamosha vizuri.
Kipro.
Anamzungusha hivi afanye. Mimi hapo naona akimuosha. Okay, at the back of my mind naona ni soft to the point naona venye matope a molding unaweza fanya hivi bondeke. Naona nitafanya hivi nyama ingie ndani, ile haijashika vizuri because she's still young. Na mami mama unasugua sana.
Na unasaidiwa na bado unaenda na instructions manual. Hapo si uchungu. Hapo akiosha mgongo I'm like si utamu. Na saa zingine hata anashika na mkono mmoja, anashika na mkono mmoja.
Exactly. So
see, for the longest time hatukuosha kichwa. I think hatukuosha kichwa.
We were just wiping.
Tukishamtoa huko sasa akiekelea chini unamwipe. Tunarudi, mliosha masikio.
Mnarudia na kitambaa sasa. Let me tell you, the things that first time parents go through, you practically learn these things on the job. True. And I want to repeat, usiwahi feel guilty. As long as you're making the effort, kuna venye tu, you will master the skills pole pole. So don't take yourself on a guilt trip. So muliosha nyinyi wawili in short.
Yes.
When can you say fine, I was now able to do it alone?
Funny enough, it took me a while. Even after we stopped doing it together, akachukulia peke yake. So he's the one who was washing the baby. Mimi nimekuja kuchukulia sasa akiwa ukimweka shingo iko sawa,
kanyama kameshika. I understand. Yeah. Even me, I've never washed any of my babies until they are 3 months. So you're normal.
She's very much okay.
That was my husband's job. If he's not around, we'll just wipe the baby and dress up and move on with life.
Yeah, that was me as well.
Tuko wengi kwa hiyo WhatsApp group. Haya, wageni ndio hao wameanza kukuja. So walikuja kukuona home kwa madhe ama kwenu?
Home kwa madhe. You know, being it's nearer to where most of our friends are.
Yes.
So it's easily accessible.
Kind of video the few friends I know, if they have the same energies, it's torturing.
Yeah, so they came, kungoja.
Kai.
They start coming. Uko free lini uko they start coming. Day in, day out, you have visitors.
Did you ever rest?
Actually, there's a time nilimwambia please. Wacha tukue na time yetu with our child. It's okay. I don't mind visitors.
Yeah, because I know the kind of people, you know, wanaambiangwa, show me your friends, and now it is the other way for me. Show me kibes, and I will tell you the kind of friends that they have.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's good you're able to check that and realize she needs to rest, especially having gone through CS. It's not easy. It's never easy. Wengine wanakuja wanashika mtoto hivi. Kwanza ukipea mtu mtoto, why you not always scared? Because you see, people hold babies differently. If you have never noticed, there are those who are very careful to hold the baby nicely. There are those who almost want to hold a newborn baby like an older baby with putting the arm down here. Mtoi sahi ananukishwa kajasho kiasi, hawezi complain. Anaumwa na nyama, wageni wakienda, mtoto analia. Sijui kama ulipatanga ka scenario kama hako.
I think for me it was she's sleepy na mtu amemkatalia. Acha nilalishe mtoto. Nitamshika tu alale.
So ama ulikuwa unaogopa akilala akiwa ameshikwa, wewe ni wale wa atazoea mikono?
Nilikuwa nimeambiwa story ya mikono. Usizoeshe, but then again I am at my mom's place. It's full of boys. It's a kagal kameletwa. Hachu yakae chini.
Of course.
Yeah, they want.
So imetransfer sasa, imekuja mpaka kwa up to now lazima akae kwa mkono.
Yeah. See sana, we tried to, cause me going back to work, we had to do something, because ukimwacha na msichana hata mshika. If that truth be told, hata mshika. So we had to like start kumwonyesha like anaweza jikaisha on her own, tunamweka kwa kiti yake, we buy something ya kumdistract, anacheza kivyake. Yeah, that's what we did.
So Kife, mtoto analala vizuri huyu wenu kabisa, which I appreciate. Yes. And I'm grateful to God for. Tuseme ameamka usiku. Unaamshangwa ama unajiamshanga ama unaangaliwa mtu akisikia kumwaga machozi?
Actually ni mimi ndo naamshananga.
Oh. Ningekuwa nishachukua hii script mapema.
No, actually how our room is, bedi kukando yetu.
No problem. Regardless of where the bed is. The many stories I know and I hear, it is the other way. So unabidingi sasa tuseme Lona ameamka, amesikia amechoka, anagonga nini hivi, anarusha mguu hivi. Jamaa anaweza kwani mtoto aliamka. In shock. Yours is very different.
Yes.
Wewe ndio unasikia mtu yake akiamka?
Mimi ndio usikia. Ama hata akisikia ataniamsha.
Peleka hii nini pale KFC umbaie lunch. Because truly you have defied the odds. You read the many stories. Yeah, mwanaume anakuanga amezivuruta, amezikwenda, inabidi amshwe.
But actually, you know, it is the same story also I've had, because I've shared with one of two friends, male friends of mine. Wanaambia, anasema tu casually, mimi mambo kwa mka I don't do that. It's the wife who does that.
Lakini sasa hapo acha tu tuseme usiweke sana hapa.
No. So to me that is, how can I put it? It's like a challenge. Why should the wife do that? And both of you are in this together.
Wow. Umesikia? Please repeat.
Why should it be a responsibility of the wife? And for that child to be born or to be conceived, it took both of you, not one. Yes.
Yeah, so boy child, you better wake up and be involved, because it's a twin double responsibility.
Yes.
Mother and father are involved in the journey.
Yes.
Haya. So sasa mmefika home. Kuna vile sasa mumeambiwa clinic ya kwanza ni ya 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
For us, we had to go back after 2 weeks for check-up.
Because of the CS.
Because of the CS, yeah. So we went back. Actually, that day, my mom alichukua leave.
Kai, nyinyi mlidekezwa. Waswahili sema kudekezwa. Nona.
Yes.
Have you honored that woman? Not with words. Not many mother-in-laws can do that. I think the relationship between daughter-in-law and mother-in-law is never very rosy in many quarters.
Yes.
Yours, please don't take it for granted. Yani mother-in-law anachukua leave, akupeleke clinic. Karibu to end show. Ni sawa tu.
Yeah, so tukaenda and check-up ilikuwa sawa, everything was okay, and we went. You haikuwa na any injections. And then we went back home. So now from there it's now the 6 weeks.
6 weeks is for the baby, 2 weeks is for you generally because of the CS. Mumeenda mother-in-law alikupeleka gani? Hiyo ya 2 weeks ama ya 6?
Ya 2 weeks.
Ya 6 mulijibeba.
Ya 6 weeks ilikuwa sasa, now it's us and us.
Kuna vile ulikuwa umeambiwa?
Kilio. The baby cries. I don't know what. Mpatieni hii. Fever.
Kuna moja niliambiwa last time, kitunguu ya matawi.
So mimi niliambiwa nipake Colgate.
Another one, a new one, this one. Upake Colgate.
Nipake Colgate kwa hiyo mahali amedungwa inatuliza.
Do you know I asked someone about the kitungu one because I did some survey and 2 women told me it worked for them. There was a swelling, they rubbed the kitungu ya matawi na ikapungua. Please, this is not medical advice. I beg, it's not medical advice. It's what people have tried out here.
What?
And they say it has worked for them. So we have a new discovery ya Colgate. So kama hata ulijaribu Colgate, tungependa kusikia experience yako ilikuwa gani. So did you end up using the Colgate?
No. Yeah.
So haikukupeleka to the extent?
For our baby, she never got the fever. Yeah, she just cried hapo kwa kudungwa, and then tunaanza kucheka. Tunaambiwa tu don't move the leg like too much. So that day, I think she slept the whole day.
The whole afternoon.
Yeah, the whole day.
Hey, this baby. This baby. Na ile ya 12 weeks ile inakuanga 2-3.
12 weeks I cried. I'm the one who cried.
Juni 2 pande hii na moja.
You know, it's like anadungwa moja kasauti. Inaende kinika inaongezwa pump.
Of course.
Alikuwa ameshika, mimi siwezi mshika. I'm like, simweke yote kwa shindano moja mudunge yote mara moja. Because why would you take the baby through that? Like 1, 2, 3. Mshikanishe yote in one syringe. Muiweke pamoja.
The advice of a mother when she feels the pain on behalf of their child.
Yeah, she cried, but then again, even after that,
I think they also cry a lot because ahi washaanza kujidiscover, kujijua, they're able to tell the differences in pain. This is more painful than the other. But they cannot also express it and say, I'm in a lot of pain. Ama give me a break. Number 2, wenye kudunga, wanadunganga be different.
Yes.
Sijui kama ushaipata hiyo you as Lona. Have you ever come across unadungwa sindano unashindwa
yeah, there's a time I think walikuwa nafaa nieke drip. Whoever alinidunga, I don't know how many times, hapati vein. Me have never had an experience of someone amekosa vein yangu. Huyo amedunga, nikamwambia hapana. She went and got another person. Alikuja akafunga na tukamaliza hiyo story. By the time I was in so much pain, hadi naona sindano I don't want to be, yani sitaki anidunge because already amenieka hiyo fear na uchungu amenidunga sana looking for the vein.
So daddy ulikuwa hapo umeshika mtoto sindano 3. kwa mguu mbili moja. Wewe uko unasikia kuambia daktari by the way kuja polepole ama nipe sindano nijidungie?
Hapana.
Ulikuwa confident?
Yes.
Fanya hii maliza tupeleke mtoto home.
Relax. And we were talking with Lona, what you show the baby is what they will adapt. For okay, meaning as you have saved the energy. So imagine our baby now.
I know.
Yes.
I know. I'm actually waiting for her to start walking. I'm looking forward.
So it also amazed the nurses when they were administering the injection. After the injection, now crying. So I carried her and started playing with her with the mother. She started laughing.
Oh.
Right there and then.
Oh. It's all right.
So it is what you show. You show the baby that, yes, I know it is hurting, but we are there. We as the parents, we are there for you. And once you show her that, once you show your baby that, hata hizo injections mkienda hazitakuwa shida. Because the fact that she couldn't bear our baby being injected, don't show that to the baby. Because babies are close to their mothers than their fathers. So akiona mama yake she's worrying sana, hata yatalia.
Yeah. It's all right. Ni sawa tu. Hiyo collabo inaingia. Anyway, that's what we desire. Yes. That parents can raise their children as one unit. Because actually, let me take it forward for you. When they grow older, they can easily use divide and rule. Anajua mami anakuanga hivi, dadi hivi. Huyu akikataa anakimbia pale haraka sana. So but when they realize that the position of mom is similar to that of dad, they go like, hakuna mahali naweza torokea. It is either this way or no any other way. Which is very important. You begin from that very early age stage. Quick response system. Mtoto akilia ama akisneeze, nani ukimbia sana? Kuokolea mtoto. Yaani nani anaweza tegwa na stool akienda kukimbia kuokoa mtoto akisneeze?
That's me.
Akifanya achoo.
There's this time, I think she was barking and then she coughed at the same time. So ilitoa sauti weird. Hey! I was like, I was asleep. I woke up. Now, I usually sleep na torch ya simu yangu on. In case of anything.
On?
Yeah.
The torch is on?
My phone.
Up to now?
Yes, up to now. In case of anything, nikiturn hivi I can see her.
Oh Lord.
But ni mara mingi unapata simu iliisha charge. Ikazima.
Sasa zoea.
Sasa yeah. But naamka I'm like, oh, ako sawa. But me consciously going to sleep, I will put on the lights like the torch ya simu. Isikuwe too much bright niweze kulala, but nikitani hivi I can see her. Yeah.
Na usiku ya kwanza ulilala poa ama ulilala ukichungulia ukiona kama kana breathe?
The first night I was like, is she breathing? You know, she's we sleep alafu unaamka uko unaweka kamkono hapo unasikia
kama mapua
mapua inapumua unasikia kwa hapo. I was even opening up the blankets nione lungs.
Jeso. Oh, my first time parents. The things people go through, oh my goodness. Yeah. Anyway, that's what happens when you're raising your first child.
To add on to that, the quick response, there's a time, normally when I go to work, there's a time I'd come home at midnight. So nilipata both of them are asleep. So in opening the bedroom door, I'm like,
naenda ku protect mtoi.
And there is nothing, the child is asleep.
Okay, what exactly had happened? Ama nile tu mwili, the natural instincts of a mother.
Yeah, I think it's natural because I didn't know that I was half asleep.
Actually, I was
so confused. I don't know what he's like.
I'm like,
he was laughing. Nilimwambia mimi nisikie ukicheka, ulikuwa unacheka nini? He said mimi nilifungua hivi mlango uliamka mbio kama
umefunikia mtoto. Wow. That also means probably kwa akili huko umelala.
Yes.
Your mind, you know, your mind has got also to come to a place of ime slow down, imelala. Na inamaanisha pia haiko imefika hiyo place ya kulala kabisa. Basa hii unaweza lala na usistuke hivyo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are getting there. We appreciate. We totally appreciate. So tusharula tu kupea mtoi nani. So to all the medics in the house, I think Lorna deserves a clap. For 6 months, she has done exclusive breastfeeding. Do you think it's doable? From your own experience. Lakini kuna watu walikuambia haiwezi.
Yeah. Yes. Actually, when I was being called by my supervisor to go back to work, I'm like, no, I need my baby to get to 3 months so that I can come back to work. The first thing she said was, oh, no, mwanze kukula after 3. I'm like, no. Ami wangu niliwapea wote chakula. It is how.
You see how we express our stories and we make them like they are the true version that should be adopted by everybody.
Everyone,
Yeah, so we can actually take you on a guilt trip. Mtoto akilia kidogo, hii maziwa yako haishibishi mtoto.
Yeah, I was told that. Actually, our baby was diagnosed with mild eczema. So I was being told, maziwa yako has too much protein.
Yeah. By doctors or us here, out here?
Out here, so many mothers.
What?
So no, you have to stop. Stop
breastfeeding.
No, protein intake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I stopped taking chai kona maziwa. I stopped taking meat. I stopped mambo ya mayai. So in the back of my mind, I'm like, I take eggs, I think 4 or 5 times a week. Chai ya maziwa nao naambiwa chai niongeze maziwa, nao naambiwa I stopped taking tea because of the baby. I'm like, mimi na nyama tena niache kula nyama. Okay, yes, I love my baby, but I don't think see protein. I'm quite certain it's not the protein intake. Yeah. So late and you're then tukaambiwa ilikuwa mild eczema because of the fabrics, and everything. Vitu za kuoshea nguo mtoto.
So what you're simply saying is, in as much as we are looking for information, tuko supposed kuvet.
Yes.
Tusi experiment sana na mtoto.
Yes.
Because ungeachisha mtoto hata maziwa.
Yeah.
If you listened to everything.
Yes.
Alafu tukwambiwe ndo utafute angamia. Unaona kama ungepata wapi angamia? The things, that's why you need to be careful. Every parent, first time parent, fine. A lot of information, you have no control of what people tell you as a first time parent. But at least you have the choice to decide what works best for your child. Because at the end of the day, God gave you that child. You are the best custodian. So don't experiment with all the information out here. Because hata ya kuku maziwa tutakwambia uende utafute for the sake of your child. Na sijui kama utaipata. Hospital clinics.
Yes.
No, I mean those moments where mtoi ashai kupata in a situation mnataka kukimbia hosi, kafiva, kahoma, kakikohozi, kamekuja, amjaijipata kwa hiyo scenario.
So there's one advice I actually took. Alikuwa ameipatwa na, I think she got a cold. She was 2 months. That was the first time she got sick. So I was told ukieka kitunguu
kwa socks.
Kwa socks. So that's what I did. In the morning it was clear.
Blockage iliisha.
Blockage iliisha.
It worked.
Yeah, it worked.
For me it never worked with my third born. I tried it so many times and it never worked. But at least now I have proof that there are those who did it. And either I was very impatient. I tried other means, of course, home management things. With a third born, you take a lot of time. You are never in a rush to run to hospital and all that side. But the onion one, now we can confirm that it works when you put it kwa socks. Please note, this is not medical advice that we are giving here. So usiende kusema, nilisikia wakisema we are not doctors. We are simply speaking from experience. Good. Kuna milestones. Mtoi wa fulani alianza kumea meno, wangu hajamea. Kuna venye imekuwa affect hiyo kitu?
At some point I actually got worried because I was told meno inamea 4 to 6 months. So mine is 6. Hadi kwa mtu mbona unaanza solids na bado hana meno? Unafaa uanze nini, so yani meno ndio indication you should start you should start solids. I'm like, apana. Me at this point, I already know my baby is hashibi.
Na medically wanasema by 6 months onwards.
Yes.
Now you can introduce solids.
Actually, I introduced popos akiwa 5 months 2 weeks. Kidogo kidogo tunamwonjesha popo. Yani once yani one time a day, like kama 2 tablespoons of popo. Kidogo kidogo tu until when she got to 6 months, now we started like full. We're incorporating full meals, equal balanced and everything.
So mlichemsha ndizi, boiro, kavu?
Most of it, okay, I check kama ni balanced. I take yai, the yolk. I take, let's say, sweet potato ama waru yenyewe, like a spinach. Na blend ama I do something with it. Nyama
na mbona sisi tulikuwa tunaambiwa tuchemshe tu, hata usiweke chumvi, usiweke mafuta?
Okay, for me I do butter. Sieki mafuta yetu ya kawaida. I do butter. Niliambiwa wewe unaweza kula. I usually taste. Can I eat it? If I cannot be able to eat it, then why am I giving the baby? So I usually taste it. Hey, it's good. Then eat.
So mliambiwa mwanza na gani? A lot of info again coming.
Advice left, right and center. So mbona unambondea? Ukimbondea hata I'm like, mtoto transition from milk. It's normal utake kumbondea. Hapana, eka hiyo food mnakula eka tu unafinya na spoon. As you eat, sasa unamfinyia yake hapo. You give the baby. I'm like, For me, I chose to start with purees. So I make sure it's balanced. So I do purees and fruits, a lot of fruits. So we are doing, so since we are just 6 months and 2 weeks, we've only been here for 2 weeks.
Kife?
Yes.
Ni wewe ulifeed mtoi mara ya kwanza?
Hapana.
At least. This is consolation to the fathers who may be feeling like Kife raise the bar very high.
Hapo bado.
Mpaka saa hii.
Saa hii I do.
Unaweza mfeed comfortably.
Tutapigana lakini yes.
Haya. Sawa. So, tushaongea story ya kufeed, hajasumbua na diet and all those kind of things. So as we do a sum up, what would you tell the first time dads on raising your first child?
What I will tell them is to be there.
Be present.
Yes, as you said, it takes two, because once the child sees a loophole, and this, funny enough, they start this early. There's a time, an incident. One time alikuwa anataka to try not to sleep at night. My wife told her, I'm putting you to bed and we sleep. 10 minutes into that conversation, she slept. Then she came and told me another time when I came home that she was being fussy. Hataki amwekele chini. Anytime she puts her down, she starts crying and being fussy. I came home and told her, your mother wants to cook for you food.
Hebu ngoja kidogo. Mtoto unaongelesha ni wa miaka ngapi?
6 months.
The power of words.
Yes.
The power of words. Unazisikia hapa kwa Kibe. True testimony. Naongelesha mtoto wa 6 months anasema yenyewe dadi ameongea. Wacha ni tea.
Yes, I told her, your mother is trying to make for you food, dinner, please. Sit there and let her cook for you food. Imagine I went and placed her down on the seat. We know there's a place where tumemtengenezea somewhere to sit. Hata kifall, she's comfortable. Nikampatia toys zake and she never even opened her mouth to cry or do anything. She was just laughing by herself and playing.
Nini, tengeneza someone, the power of your words. When dealing with babies, I would recommend that someone.
Yes, it's true by the way, because even as I explained to you earlier, I told God, you say in your word, you give sleep to those you love. So you don't hate my child. So you give her sleep. Imagine when she was born, never. It was only one time, because that time she was alikuwa tired, nini, exhausted, visitors walikuja. So hiyo siku ndo kulala. But that was the only instance. Hizo siku zingine, what I normally do, I wake up, namchukua nampatia mama yake, she breastfeeds. And at that time when she's breastfeeding, amelala.
Okay.
Namchukua, I take her back to her bed, to continue sleeping. She will wake up only for 3 to twice or thrice.
Yeah, twice.
In a night.
In a night. Because you know she's breastfeeding, right? The milk doesn't stay for long kwa tumbo yake. And her baby akona njaa. Wote wanakula. So ataamka, I do that, tupatie mama yake. After nini, the mother aniguza tu hivi, namchukua kwa kitanda yake.
Kwa wale ambao hawajafika hapo, including our able director here, we kindly ask that you take notes and the phone number for Ian.
Yes.
You need to learn something from Ian. Lorna,
Yes.
your parting shot.
I think in my whole, I think motherhood for 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first of all, I think way from the pregnancy to motherhood and everything, everyone tells you can choose. It's like a sieve. You take what is necessary.
Yes.
And then whatever is not necessary, what to repeat it. Because if you listen to everyone, I think I even don't know kama tungeanza kukula na 2 weeks because you know everyone is like, it's like a competition, wangu alianza. So if you listen to everyone, you'll end up doing everything and having even a baby. Because when before she got the diagnosis with the mild eczema, I was the naive one. He was telling me tumpeleke hospitali. I'm like, no, nimeambiwa itaisha, ni rashes tu. And to my shock, I felt so bad because ni mimi nimefanya stay for long. She was scratching and everything, but I'm like, no, nimeambiwa itaisha. It's normal for babies to have the rashes. So I was so naive. I took advice from people. They meant well. I'm sure they meant well.
Definitely.
Yeah. But then again, it was not working for my baby. The same case with the. So when she got to the hospital, and it was mild eczema, I felt so guilty because I'm like, why would I? If I knew this, the minute I get a rash, I'd rather be going to the hospital. Niambiwa na a medical practitioner that it's not something to cause worry, it's something normal. Let the doctor tell me it's normal, not from, because your baby is a heat rash. Mine, it's something else. Yeah.
Wow. So simply put, a lot of information is available, especially for first-time parents, but the decision, the buck stops with the parent. What would you want to see in your baby? Or what would you want to do with your baby? Remember, the others is just their people's opinions which vary. Na mtoto ni wako, so do what works best for you. And she put it, let it be like a sieve. Too much information coming, you know what to contain and what to let run down the drain. Then use that which only can work best for your baby. Number 2, from what we've learned today, that when the two of you are involved in raising the baby, it becomes much easier. We've not heard Lorna saying how she's been worn out and fatigued and all that kind of things. So today we are challenging all the fathers in the house. If you're a first-time dad, kindly Get involved. Learn on the job the same way your wife is learning on the job. Because you know what, as Ian said, this is the only school, of course including marriage, where you're given the certificate and this time is a baby and you're told run and learn at the same time, because you've got to learn how to raise this baby and also continue running with your own lives. So it's a challenge, we agree, but the beauty is when the baby is managed and the challenges that come with the baby are managed by two of you, it becomes easier and easier, and the weight is not loaded on only one person. So we want to thank each one of you for joining us. As we end this show, we challenge you and we encourage you to kindly subscribe and keep watching for more of these episodes. God bless you.